All right, we're back with more Sonic Adventure. I always gotta say that. I gotta say that at the start of every video. And now that we're done with Amy's story, I accidentally hit B. Now that we're started with Amy's story, you say hit B because it stands for the name of the character we're gonna play as. Big the Cat, everyone's favorite character. Let's just jump right into this because this is gonna be a bit of a quick one.
Hey, big guy! Hey, little guy! Can you tell me what's inside? Sorry, but I don't know. We are simply natural. We present you with a gift. Welcome to our special paradise, where it all comes down to just one little thing.
All right, we have Big. He is the slowest character out of any, like even Amy, he's slower than her. He doesn't really have any special attacks or anything like that. I can't even use his fishing rod here because there's no reason to. So yeah, Big's whole thing is fishing. That's his gimmick. And there's a power-up over here already, so I'll go grab that. Lure power-up. Uses to catch bigger fish. Takal doesn't even come down and explain it because there's a lot of these lure power-ups. Big has the most power-ups out of any character with 6. So yeah, I'm sure many of you watching already know the whole deal with Big, but if you don't, he's basically here because Sega had a peripheral, like a fishing rod peripheral, that released with the Dreamcast that was for a game called like Sega's Bass Fishing, which I actually have on Steam. But I guess they also wanted to incorporate into Sonic Adventures somehow, so they created Big to kind of sell this peripheral. But yeah, it's also probably why Big does generally feel somewhat shoehorned into the story. He does not play an important role in this whole thing at all. It's just Froggy, who has one of the Chaos Emeralds that Eggman wants, which is how Big gets roped into this. But aside from that, it's like there's like generally no connection to anything at all. He's also like the shortest campaign. He has one more stage than Amy, but his stages go by, like if you know what you're doing, they could go by in minutes. And this pool area is where we need to catch Froggy. So I'm pretty sure he's actually on this side. Where is he? Oh, I see him. Okay. So we aim and drop the lure in there. This is what the gameplay consists of, just constantly throwing out the line and hoping Froggy grabs at it. It's not super fun, if I'm being honest, because it gets a little boring and frustrating when you just can't seem to get Froggy's attention. Because the camera also doesn't really like to cooperate. Like, I can't really readjust it here. It just won't let me. I just have to pull the lure back. There he is. Froggy. Froggy. Oh my gosh. It's right there. Yes, yes. Turn around. Turn around. Yes. There we go. What? Oh, I think I hit the wrong button. Okay, Frog. Yep. There we go. Okay.
SpongeBob, quick, reel it in! Can't you hear the music? That's a 4/4 string ostinato in D minor! Every sailor knows it means death! Reel it in before it's too late! Hurry, SpongeBob! The music is getting faster! There you are, you stinking bilge rat! Stop playing that music! Stop it, please! I'm begging ya! Come on, honey! You can make it! Swim faster! Come to me, baby! Don't look back!
And there we go. Stage is complete. I guess Froggy just got away. That took me a little longer than it probably should have, but eh. Another reason why Big's story is so quick is mostly because he's so disconnected from everyone. He doesn't really get as many cutscenes interacting with like Knuckles, Tails, Amy, or anything like that. There's gonna be that one scene where he like tries to tackle Tails for Froggy, and like that's it. You don't fight anyone. He only has one boss fight, and it's super easy. All right, Ice Cap Zone. Now, Froggy is just right under this, but this is the only level for Big, for any character, that has a power-up in the level itself. So we gotta go get that real fast. Whoop. So we actually have to play a little bit of the level. Wow. Here we go. It's going to be right here. So you got to go through the entire level so you can come down here and get the power-up. And it's just another lure power-up. Helps you catch a bigger fish.
Luigi, I'm going to heaven.
All right. Now all we have to do is head back and go get Froggy. Just get out of the fucking water, Big. Okay, well, I guess I just glitched through it. There he is. Okay, grab it.
Nah, I don't really feel like it.
Hey, Froggy! Whoop, that was a close one. And we got Froggy. That's the second level already done. And Froggy's got away again. I think the next level, if I recall, Emerald Coast. Yeah. So we gotta head there. But before that, there's actually 2 power-ups in the forest area of the Mystic Ruins that I need to go get. So let's head over there real fast. Go get him. He's just right behind you, you freaking tub of lard. Here we go. Here's the first power-up. And now there's a second one. I think if you just kind of follow this river thing here. Yes, here it is. All right, that's 5 of the power-ups. There's only 1 more, and I'm pretty sure that's on Eggman's carrier. All right, we just got to go outside to Emerald Coast. And the interesting thing about Big's Emerald Coast is that it's completely different. This is not the normal Emerald Coast you normally see. Ouch! It's just this big, open, like, beachy area. He should be just right around where we spawn, because Froggy's never far away from where you are. It's almost like the developers knew that this was like a shoehorned in element, so just to get through the basic gameplay, you don't really need to engage with the rest of the level. Because there's a bunch of stuff here, actually. Yeah, grab it. There we go. And just reel him in. He's super close. There we go. Wow, this is going real fucking quick. I can't even really say of anything of interest because it's so basic. It's like Amy, but even worse. At least Froggy had a reason to get away from us this time, because he was actually stolen. And there's the egg carrier where Big the cat's gonna end up somehow finding himself on. How'd you get here, Big? You just gotta go forward, but there's 1 more power-up for us. It's just right through this door right here. Go through here. That'll be in one of the cells. Yep. This is our last power-up. So now I can really catch any fish I want without worrying if the lure's gonna break. They're still gonna be more difficult to catch compared to something like Froggy, but not impossible now. Come on, Big. Land on the button. Oh my gosh. There we go. We gotta go through here. Hot shelter. Oh, hell yeah. Catching fish to this rockin' tune. Now, unlike the other levels, you do actually gotta, play a little bit of the level to get to where Froggy is. In Ice Cap, you do have to play a little bit of the level to get to the lure, but it's not required. You could just immediately, catch Froggy if you want. Here, you are forced to play a little bit of the level. But it's not much of the level, because we're already at where we need to be. All 4 levels, and I want to point out that I have 30 minutes in the recording so far, and we're already almost done. We just got 1 more boss fight, and that's it.
Unified by 1, that is the controller.
Big's back. I don't understand any of this. Why is... I know it's being shown to, because for us, the player. But, in-universe, why is Big being shown this? He's not gonna get any of this. He doesn't even... I don't even think he knows who Tails, Sonic, or Amy, or any of those guys are.
I don't know who would bother to save us both.
Oh, poor Big. Alright, that's why we couldn't leave last time, because it just wasn't there. But now it is there.
Use the monorail to get out of the ship.
Don't worry, Tikal, I know that.
Hey, pal. You just blowing from Stupid Town?
Oh, never mind, that's not the thing. Where is... Oh, that monorail. Okay. Alright, Big. Cram your fat ass in there.
Hey, pal. You just blowing from Stupid Town?
Alright. Now we just gotta go up here, and then go and fight the boss. Because, yeah, Big actually does have a boss fight. No, don't eat Froggy! Don't do it!
So, I see you're trying to escape. I'm right on time.
Why do you care about this big purple cat?
Grab him. Get that frog.
Oh, right, he wants the frog, because it has the emerald.
All right. And now
Why do you want the frog?
Frog is possessed by your tail.
Oh, is that it?
You get your tail.
I don't understand the explanation, really. I thought he was getting his shape and form from the Chaos Emeralds. I know he's, like mind controlling the frog, I guess. I don't know how Froggy retained, like, a part of Chaos. Yep. So Big gets to fight, in quotes, Chaos 6. But really, you're just fishing Froggy out of him. Which I think you could do, like, really fast. Let's see if I can pull that off. Don't worry, Froggy. I got you this time. There we go. And that's it. That's the end of Big's adventure. Yep, this is the end. It's just Big walking through the forest now, hang out with his buddy Froggy. End of Big's journey. Definitely the shortest one out of any of the characters. It took me 42 minutes. 42 minutes on the recording. And I decided to go after all the lures. If you just wanted to speed run Big's, like, journey and just catch Froggy as soon as possible, this takes you, like, 20 minutes. It makes it hard to be mad at Big when it really is painless. But Big's is also still so nothing. It's just nothing. Just go catch Froggy 4 times and call it a day. I don't even know. I don't know whether I call it bad, but like it's nothing. It's funny, but it is also silly. Like, I don't know. It's just like I keep repeating myself because there's just nothing to say about Big aside from just what you see is what you get. Go and fish. I didn't even really get to go to the Chow Garden, which I've been doing in between, like, the levels and stuff like that, because just you can't kill enemies, or if you can, it's really not worth it to collect the animals to go give to your Chow. So there's not even that to do with Big. You know, as inoffensive as gameplay is, I can imagine why he'd be so frustrating to play as, because it's so different. And honestly, the game doesn't really explain well how to use Big or like how to fish. I only did it because, I don't know, like, I've played fishing games, so it seems intuitive to me. But if you're like a 7-year-old playing this game, how are you going to figure that out? Like, you know, hold the A button and pull back on the rod to lure and Froggy and, like, move it back and forth and stuff like that. Like, a kid's not going to be able to figure that out. And you have to beat Big's adventure to get the true final boss. But yeah, after Big, we'll move on to Gamma. And after Gamma, it's the final story.